it was so amazing to just lay down and look at the light, and you just, I think you can't believe that you're still in Melbourne, because it's like in another world. Yeah.
Yeah. At the first, I was a little bit scared because you were like pressed together, but then you came out of this this first part when everything goes away and it feels very light, and you can go up and down, and everything was soft. So that was really fun.
Yeah.
At first, it was really scary. It was like freaky, and then I got through. The first part scared the hell out of me. But once I got through, I knew that the spooky sounds scared the hell out of me. So I got through, and I just like started walking around, and I think it made my mind think more, and I remembered ways. And I always checked out the circle domes on top, just in case you'd have to climb up. So that's how I got through.
That was confronting and awesome, and I so nearly, after the first couple of minutes, came running out, because it's like, I don't want to do that, that's scary. But once you break through that, it's fascinating, and there were bits of it that I found initially as that I'm not doing that, because that's dark and scary, and went back and did it after I realised that was fun. Giving the time to actually find the extra bits, so lying down and watching and seeing something totally unexpected was just amazing, and the little touches of light and sound that bring you back into that, okay, yeah, it's fine. And I really enjoyed it. It was like sort of, this is what it must be like to pretend you're in a science fiction film. And you're enclosed, but you're kind of safe, and you have absolutely no idea what's going on around you, or where you are, or how you're actually going to get out of it. And that your choices are either I do this, or I go back through the bit I didn't like, and you're going to keep going no matter what. But
it was lovely. It was very peaceful. I loved knowing that I had the space to myself, and that there was no time constraint. I'm not very physically fit, but it was nice being able to just do it in private and stretch up and pull myself up like a child onto a grown-up bed, or try and find my feet to get back onto the floor, and just sort of, again, like a child, just sort of slip down. It was lovely. I felt very safe, and as I say, it was taking you into another space. It was lovely.
Yeah, pretty incredible. I didn't actually, as soon as I saw the entrance, I didn't want to go in. I felt quite claustrophobic, and I turned to the guy and said, "You're kidding, right? That's not actually the entrance." I didn't want to come out. It was too short. I had to stay in it and keep going, and yeah, I felt really safe but terrified at the same time. Yeah.
At first it was really scary, and I didn't want to go any further, but then when I just stayed still and felt the foam and just relaxed, then it was really nice, like sensation going through it. And I liked that I didn't actually know which way was out, so it was just kind of like going around in there, like not having a destination kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know what else.
Just that whole space is just, I felt like I was like sort of floating. It was like, just, I don't know, it's hard to describe this sort of feeling of like, at first I thought I was really lost, and like, just that first ordeal of having to go through that tight space. Like at first I thought I wasn't going to make it through, because I was starting to puff and pant, and I was like trying to squeeze my way through. It was real difficult, but like once I got to this, it sort of emerged into this like really peaceful space, kind of like, felt like going kind of like an ocean. It was really cool. It's really amazing.
I was quite anxious about coming to this. I thought I might feel a bit claustrophobic, and certainly initially that was my experience. However, it then became quite playful and fun and light and interesting, and I felt a little bit like a child again, climbing up and crawling down. meandering and discovering little nooks and crannies and lying on my back looking at the changing light. And when I got to the exit the first time, I was disappointed. I turned around and went back again and thought I finished too quickly. I wondered actually about a sort of a rebirthing experience, because my own experience was that I was born very quickly. And so then the whole experience started to make me think about that and what it might mean for me and what my feelings might mean for me. So it was a very interesting experience. Thank you.
And the experience was kind of reverting back to a childlike state once I was inside it. The very start, though, was very nerve-wracking, and I guess if I was claustrophobic it would be painful, but wriggling through there was quite a challenge and very entertaining at the same time. The space really made me manipulate my body in ways that I wouldn't usually, and it was quite interesting how I had to twist and jump and squirm through different places. And the sounds, the wobbling sort of sounds and the echoing kind of made it feel like it was my body making those noises, touching the walls and that echoing just bouncing off.
Cool.
Yeah, I would describe it as being like an Indiana Jones adventure, but a lot safer.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, cool.
My experience. It was really weird going through the tunnel at the front, and there was no end to it. Even though you could see the end, it just kept getting bigger, and it was crazy in a good way. And then jumping up things and going in and around and over there, and then not sure if I was in the right spot, and then didn't know how to get out, and then it was nightmarish, but then it was okay because I found the end.
Yeah, just the soundscape. I mean, obviously you've got the physical sensory perceptions, like of the feel of the sponge rubber and at the beginning the very tightness of it, but then you've also got the oral sensation to the sounds, and sometimes it sounds like water and the very deep